you could fly all these rivers and not see one big croc, and only in the remote areas, if you did a survey, could you see any big crocs. And so nobody really knew in those days too much about whether they would recover, whether they could recover. It looked like a real dismal situation. The starting point in crocodiles here was in 1971 when they were protected. The population started to increase very rapidly in terms of juveniles. You know, there'd be one remote female somewhere that would have a nest, and suddenly there'd be 50 juveniles, and then there'd be another, maybe 100 the next year. So the population actually started to go up very quickly, but they were small crocodiles. By the end of the 1970s, it was really clear that crocs were recovering big time. People were seeing more crocs than they'd ever seen since the 1940s. So we had a real problem because 1979, 1980 we had 2 people killed, we had 2 people badly mauled, we had another big croc started tipping over fishing boats. So crocodiles started to become public enemy number 1. And the public itself in the Northern Territory was saying, OK, that's enough. The only way we could see that the public in the long term would be prepared to live with a big and dangerous predator. These are big animals. They're not like American alligators. These get to 5 metres regularly, and they are just absolutely a serious predator. The only way we could see it was to make them economically valuable, so that whether people wanted to conserve them or not no longer depended on whether they liked them or not. So we started a program of sustainable use. Our goal was very simple, to maximise the benefits that crocodiles provided to landowners, to the public, to tourist operators, to anyone we could. Anything that gave employment due to crocodiles, we tried it. It's a win-win situation. There's crocodile farms, there's a lot of tourist operations showing crocodiles in the wild. There's industry based on making crocodile products. The power of economic incentives is amazing. And so people want to conserve crocodiles because it's profitable for them to do so. See, to make conservation profitable, you won't have to push people to conserve things, they'll push you. That's been the lesson for me, and it's been a powerful lesson that we've brought crocs back to what we think are their pristine numbers. That there's no evidence indicating they're ever more abundant than they are today. They've basically recovered fully in numbers. It is really an amazing story. It's a great success story, and some people don't like it because they're so wrapped up in sort of the rights of animals rather than the rights of people. But conservation is about people and wildlife, and in a way it doesn't matter how you do it, it's what happens in the end. Did it work or not? You know, the philosophies are all great, but who cares if it doesn't work? You know, it works extremely well.